say something. Spence called us. He called the LDBC at 11 o'clock at night and told you exactly what's going on. He told you exactly what's going on. He didn't lie to you. He told you that they are big dog status on Terence Crawford. You understand what I'm saying? He told you that Bob Arum is not the boss. He is going to pay for everything that has happened with him and Al Heyman. You understand what I'm saying? That's what he said. And that's just what it is. Do I agree with it? No, I don't like the whole A side, B side talk. I didn't like that, bro. I didn't like the situation and all those things that he said. Do I agree with it? No, I don't like the whole A side, B side talk. I didn't like that, bro. I didn't like the situation and all those things that he said. Do I agree with it? No, I don't like the whole A side, B side talk. I didn't like that, bro. I didn't like the situation and all those things that he said.
Crawford, Errol Spence left session y'all got going on over here? Shit, what the fuck going on up in here? Listen, these guys are not living up to the standard, okay? The best needs to fight the best. Terence Crawford said his master is Bob Arum. Bob Arum done spoke. Now it's time for Errol Spence to bring his ass out of church, come out of church, stop being a little choir boy, and bring his ass out of hiding and talk, all right? He was all here talking about free smoke and all that bullshit and talking about straps and all that shit. Now somebody calling him out, a legit opponent. Nobody want to sit here and see him fight Luis Collazo and all these stupid ass recycled fighters. It's not because I built Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao punk ass, and they waited too long to fight, and then they gave us a snooze fest ass fucking fight.
Yeah, we hear.
Well, you know, folks, to keep it 100 with y'all, I disagree probably with 50% of what Blood Boxing and Black Fight Fan TV say, probably on a regular basis. But I roll with them 100% of the time. Now, what did you guys hear? Especially from Black Fight Fan. What did you guys hear? I mean, did he say he was going to defend Errol Spence? He actually said he didn't like it. What did y'all hear from Blood Boxing? The best need to fight the best. Pretty consistent, I think. Very consistent. Don't you think? Stay tuned. Okay, folks. No background sound, no nothing. I'm just going to go ahead and talk, because I think this video from me is long overdue, okay? First of all, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all, okay? To all the people that you're using the LDBC, you're taking a dump on the LDBC's name, I just really politely want to say, hey, fuck you. Yeah, I got that out. Sorry, it's not very PG-13, but the LDBC, I just think, man, we just need to stay in our own lane. I don't think we need to try to branch out, reach out to people. I don't think we need to try to form, partnerships with people. I don't think we need to do any of that, because we can't win in these situations. See, this is what I've been coming to learn, okay? I've been coming to discover that people, they will affiliate with us just long enough. They'll grow their brand, and they'll do all the above. They'll grow it, and then as soon as they disagree with a talking point, then they separate or they start dissing us completely. I've noticed that, and it's getting to be a little bit old. It's getting really, really old. Okay, listen, man. The LDBC is not a cult. The LDBC is not full of people who support black fighters only. The LDBC is not full of fanboys who won't call out their favorite fighters, because let's just be honest, okay? I think everybody in the LDBC, I don't care what you do, what you specialize in, I think everybody's consistent down the line that we want to see Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight each other. We've been consistent. Let's really look at the problem in boxing. Let's look at the problem with boxing. It's not the LDBC. See, the problem, the LDBC, we're actually bringing awareness to the problems in boxing. The problem in boxing, y'all, is the best don't want to fight the best. Let's keep that in perspective, okay? Let's really keep that talking point in perspective. We're not getting the best fights. This is boxing 101. We're seeing a lot of fights where guys are overmatched. We're seeing a lot of fights where, people are taking low risk and high reward fights. This is the problem in the structure of boxing. So really, the structure of boxing, it benefits the boxer. It doesn't benefit the fans. We have people running around here talking about, well, these fighters, you got to respect them. They got to think about their health and longevity. But folks, this is where I have an issue with what you just said. Having health and longevity, yeah, that's fine and all. But you signed up to be a gladiator in the ring. And I think that's your right. That's your choice. If you don't want to fight, then don't fight. Because we're expecting you to fight the best. See, boxing is not a competition sport anymore. It used to be, but it's not. And for people who come on here and say, well, coach, you don't know nothing about boxing. I've been watching boxing probably longer than a lot of y'all. Okay? And I'm finna address a few things like, you got your T Street controversies. You got those guys, man, that clear up and down. They don't like the LDBC. They don't like what we're doing. But what do? They will hashtag the LDBC in the title. Okay, you got your boxing egos who swear up and down that, I never steal content. But, you go in there and he's got a lot of talking points from some of our videos. Wow. Amazing. And, and this is no disrespect to CJ. CJ, there's a few things in the video that I actually did agree with. But some of the other talking points I didn't agree with. Okay, first of all, I don't know, because I guess if you have an issue with Black Fight Fan, it's generally what we do is we call. But, the thing is, what's happening here, okay, is that men and black men, we can't disagree. Like, I don't know, people take it the wrong way. Like a debate or a shouting match, people take that the wrong way. And I guess, see, me, I'm 40. I think Blood is 40-something, 78, 40-something. I think Black Fight Fan might be approaching 40. I don't know. See, I grew up where you argue with people when we watch sports. Like, you go in, you talk, you cuss each other out. That's the kind of household I grew up in when the men were talking sports. That's what I was used to. Nobody took it personal. Nobody ever took it personal. Nobody ever got upset. But I just feel like now it's just like, I don't know, you can't say exactly what you mean because people will get butthurt about that. Like, I don't know, when me and Black Fight Fan had our argument, I didn't get butthurt about that. I really give a damn. I mean, to me, it's like, okay, two brothers arguing, okay? And I told him that Errol Spence need to, tighten up, and he got mad, and I got mad. I'm like, yo, he need to tighten up. We had an argument about it. Man, the argument lasted 2 minutes. Done. We back on to the next topic. I didn't call him behind the scenes, man, I don't like what you said to me, man. For what? If I had a real issue with the man, just like anybody in the LDBC, if I got an issue, I just call him on the phone. I ain't going to make no video, man. I ain't going to go behind the scenes. I ain't going to do all this stuff, man. If I got an issue with anybody, I just call him on the phone. But I think, though, what people are doing, and I'm not saying you're doing that, CJ. I'm just saying what people are doing is that they're affiliating with us. And then their brands will grow and do phenomenal things. And then it's like, okay, they disagree at one point. And then it's like, well, the LDBC is public enemy number one. And it's a lot of people that's doing that. And some people, hell, they ain't even doing that. They ain't even going to affiliate with us. They just going to put our names in the title and just say something, The problem in boxing, what we all need to acknowledge, is that the best don't want to fight the best. And if you can't see that, then there's something wrong with you. I don't care if you're LDBC, YTBC, DTPBB, or, whatever, because everybody making their own communities now. Hell, I don't even know. I can't even keep up with them. If you don't want to acknowledge the common problem in boxing, then you're not really a boxing fan. Okay? If you're defending a fighter that don't want to fight another fighter, and if you're giving me comments such as, well, this fighter ain't done enough to deserve a fight, then you're not a real boxing fan. You really don't want to see the best fight the best, okay? Listen, I'm a boxing fan. You can tell me what boxing is a business. You can say all of the above. I'm not listening to you. Okay? See, I grew up in a household where we watched the best fight the best. I didn't hear my dad and my uncles. We wasn't sitting around there talking about, so-and-so need to, worry about his money, his contract. This new age talk. And I'm sorry, I'm not being disrespectful to you young guys, but it's a lot of young guys, man. You guys are in your feelings too much. You guys are too much in your feelings to really understand. I mean, if you got something to say, just say it. I mean, just go on and say it. It's no big deal. I'm a big boy. You know, I can take it. I can take it. I done took some of the best. But my thing is this. The fighters at the top of the screen that you guys see, to me, in my opinion, these have been the fighters that's been willing to take a chance or take a risk. These are the fighters. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, you know, they're fighting each other. They wanted this fight. They both wanted this fight. And people hate on Vasily Lomachenko. I don't hate on Lomachenko. I don't hate on him at all because, number one, the man, you know, people kept saying, oh, well, he ducking Nicholas Walters. Then he get in there and whoop Nicholas Walters' ass. People try to make excuses, man, or, you know, try to make it seem like that, well, you know, Nicholas Walters, you know, he was inactive for 2 years. Who the hell told Nicholas Walters to take the fight with Vasily Lomachenko? Who told him to take the fight? Nicholas Walters needed some money. So what did he do? He took the fight. Vasily Lomachenko beat Nicholas Walters' ass, and people try to give Nicholas Walters an excuse. That's just real. That's just real. I mean, give Vasily Lomachenko his props. People said he wouldn't fight Guillermo Rigondeaux. And I feel bad for Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux had to move up 2 weight classes. I mean, he had to move up to fight him. But, I mean, that's just what it is. That's just the way that is. He had to do it. He did it. And Vasily Lomachenko beat the wheels off Guillermo Rigondeaux. People didn't want to give him his props. Well, Rigo was too small. Well, Rigo wanted to fight him. Vasily Lomachenko said, you know, the guy too small for me, man. I don't know. It's not even a fair fight. And, you know, I can't do nothing but respect Vasily Lomachenko because the man said, I'm not number 1 pound for pound yet. I'm not number 1 pound for pound, and he's looking to fight Mikey Garcia. Okay, who's a bigger guy? A much bigger guy than him. I mean, what, Vasily Lomachenko is coming up, what, from 126 pounds? He's coming up from 126, and he wants to fight Mikey Garcia, who is a naturally bigger guy. I respect that. I respect Vasily Lomachenko. I don't respect Mikey Garcia, who want to move up 2 weight classes to go fight Errol Spence. And I don't respect a Mikey Garcia fight with Errol Spence. I don't respect that, man. I don't respect that. You got Terence Crawford right here. He's right here. The guy, you know, well, from what we know, Bob Arum said. Terence Crawford ain't said nothing. I don't even respect Terence Crawford. I don't respect him. I don't respect Errol Spence. I don't respect these guys. They're not calling each other out. You can say, I'm on this side of the street, or just let Bob Arum talk. I don't want to hear Bob Arum talk. I don't care who on the other side of the street. Call out the person. People want to diss Luis Ortiz, say he's 50 years old. Well, I'll be damned. A lot of 50-year-old fighters, a lot of people don't want to fight this 50-year-old fighter. Okay, you got Birdie, I'm sorry. You got Dillian White that don't want to fight Luis Ortiz. You got Anthony Joshua that don't want to fight Luis Ortiz. Okay, to me it just seemed like the only person that was willing to get in there with Luis Ortiz was Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, I mean, he had to know if he was the best. And people kept saying that, you know, well, this Luis Ortiz guy, he's the best. He the best. Wilder had to know if he was the best. So what did he do? He fought Luis Ortiz. Crazy. Wilder still get a lot of hate. Can't get no props for that one. But he the only one that really wanted to take the fight. He the only one. And I'm sure Tyson Fury would have took that fight. If Luis Ortiz had Wilder not have beaten Luis Ortiz, I'm pretty sure Tyson Fury would have wanted to fight Luis Ortiz. And then you got Sergey Derevyanchenko, which I don't know why people won't get behind him like that. I don't know why. This man straight up said, I'll fight anybody. I'll fight him. He didn't have to fight Danny Jacobs. Like, Sergey Derevyanchenko did not have to fight Danny Jacobs. You know what he could have did? He could have took a lesser fight. He was a champion. He could have took a lesser fight. He could have took somebody that'll help pad his resume. No. I mean, the guy wanted to fight a tough guy in Danny Jacobs, and he lost. I got respect for Sergey Derevyanchenko. See, I respect him. I respect him because he's willing to get in there and mix it up. See, a lot of you people that you make videos, a lot of you people in the comment section, you guys are living in a box. And I'm going to tell you why you're living in a box. Because you won't acknowledge. Guys, I'm sitting here laying it out for you. The problem in boxing is the best don't want to fight the best. It don't matter what color you are. It don't matter what organization you affiliate with. It doesn't matter. The problem is the best don't want to fight the best. They don't want to fight the best. Folks, are you hearing these guys talk? I don't care if you like Errol Spence. I don't care if you like Terence Crawford. I don't care if you like Triple G or Billy Joe Saunders. I don't care. These guys at the bottom of the screen, they don't want to fight the best. Fact. You can say, well, Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, they fought each other. But why none of these guys don't want to fight Errol Spence or Terence Crawford? Why these guys don't want to? You can say they fought each other. Great. Fight Spence and Crawford. Why they don't want to do it? Why? You can say Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, they ain't afraid of nobody. Why won't they vocally call each other out? Errol Spence, well, that fight going to happen. It's going to happen soon. Look, man, fight need to happen now. Okay? Fight need to happen now. The fight need to happen late 2018 or early 2019. We need this fight. Okay? This is a fight that we need. We don't need to let the fight marinate, man. What, Terence Crawford, he's 32, man. By the time these guys want to fight, it'll be 2020, man. Just like, AJ talking that 2020 nonsense. Trying to age out Deontay Wilder. Wilder be 35, man. If we listen to AJ, he'll be 35. I mean, think, man. At 35, you're not the same fighter as you was when you were 31. You just don't have it like that no more. When you start hitting your 30s, you begin to leave your prime, and it's rapid. From 35 to 37, literally your reflexes are down the drain. Okay? From ages 31 to 35, your reflexes begin to decline. And after 35, they begin to decline even rapidly. You're not the same fighter. We have watched each of these guys at the bottom leave their prime. We're watching them. Terence Crawford, almost out his prime. Errol Spence going to be out his prime soon. Anthony Joshua will be out his prime soon. Triple G is already out of his prime. Keith Thurman is leaving his prime rapidly. Billy Joe Saunders is leaving his prime. Like, these guys at the bottom, they're either out of their prime or they're leaving their prime very rapidly. These guys don't want to fight the best, man. These guys, they spent their careers. I mean, I thought the first part of your career, you're supposed to pad your resume. I thought you were supposed to do that. Here it is now, Durianchenko, he could have padded his resume at 12 wins. He could have done that, but he chose not to. He chose to fight a killer in Danny Jacobs. He chose to. The problem in boxing, you guys don't want to admit it, is that the best don't want to fight the damn best, okay? I disagree. And CJ, I disagree that Black Fight Fan in 78, they don't know boxing. I mean, how to throw jabs. They do. They do know how. They do understand that. I've heard them talk about it on multiple videos. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play a clip, okay? And I gotta respectfully disagree with that. I'm gonna disagree with that. On Trill Boxing Talk, I've actually heard them break down fights. I've heard them do it. I've heard 78 do it. I've heard Black Fight Fan do it. But I'll just play a quick clip.
Derevyanchenko, he fought well, man. He fought well. The guy came in, he pressed the action. You know what I mean? He made Danny Jacobs do a horrible job of controlling the distance. Derevyanchenko controlled the distance. You know what I mean? He got in on the inside when he wanted to. The 12th round, you saw Derevyanchenko had Danny Jacobs back on the ropes. He's throwing punches, but the problem is Derevyanchenko should have been throwing sharp, crisp, short hooks, right, on them ropes, right? Uppercuts. Take your time. But he was tired. He was winded after the 4th round. You know, he did a good job of hanging in there, but he was breathing real heavy, after the 4th round, Derevyanchenko was. You know what I mean? It's his second time going 12 rounds.
So what was 78 Sports TV doing? What was he doing? He was breaking down the fight. That's what he was doing. I mean, I don't know what else he's supposed to do, but he was breaking down a fight. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and debunk this whole notion that Black Fight Fan don't break down fights. They don't. Come on, man. Come on. This whole notion that a lot of us, I'm gonna play a clip, but I'm gonna definitely say this, man. I fought amateur for 10 years. Okay. I did it. I never had no aspirations of being a professional, but I did learn from some of the best trainers, in the game here in my area. I did MMA for 2.5 years, okay? I can tell you how a short person needs to throw a jab against a taller person. I can tell you how a person who takes a lot of angles. I can tell you how the person can stop a person from taking angles with the jab. Okay, I can tell you that there are levels to throwing jabs. There are different ways to throw a jab, okay? You don't throw the jab the same way in the same situation. You got to vary your jab. I mean, I can tell you that. I can break it down, and I'll probably do a video on the different phases of the jab. Okay, I can do that. But, to say that, I guess, on Trill Boxing Talk, because I think that's where this is coming from. On Trill Boxing Talk, to say that these guys don't know anything about fighting, well, they do. And here's a clip. Okay, here's one a black fight fan.
Gonna be a real challenge for Bud. I knew he was rangy, he was long. It gave Bud a bit of trouble at the beginning of the fight because Bud was trying to figure him out. Of course, Bud figured him out. I say around the third round, he kind of picked up the pace, started getting closer to him, found his range, was able to do a lot more, and took over the fight. It was a couple things that concerned me with the fight as far as Bud's performance. Even though I think he did everything he was supposed to do from a fighter's perspective, the thing about that, not just keeping it all the way Trill, Jose Benavidez got one leg. He just come back from one leg. He probably could have got Benavidez out there faster had he doubled up on his jab and got closer and picked his shots a little bit better. But
I don't know if that's not discussing a fight or if that's not showing knowledge of how a fight went down. I don't know what it is, okay? So now that we got that out the way that, 78 and Black Fight Fan, because they do know their boxing, okay? So my thing is now, what is the issue that people have with Trill Boxing Talk? Because I see some comments, the Super Chats. Okay, let's talk about that. A lot of people have an issue with Super Chats. Now, these two guys, they're not telling people to give money. They're doing it free will. What do people give money to? They give money to what they respect. They give money to what they enjoy. I mean, even on my own live streams, I get people that give me Super Chats. I don't tell them to do it. I don't tell them to give me Super Chats. They just do. They just do it because they want to. I don't go on and beg for these guys. They're not begging for money. So what's the real deal, man? Listen, man. Anybody that will support a boxing show, they support 78 on his channel. They support Trill Boxing Talk. Some of those guys, same guys, come over to my channel. They support my channel with Super Chats. I mean, what is going to make these? What is making these guys do this? I mean, think about it. You see some of the channels with 100,000 subs, man. I think even my Super Chats at times are better than theirs. Why? It's something about the LDBC that people can vibe with. It's something about the LDBC that they see in themselves. That's why the LDBC gets support. That's why that I'm talking about the generals, the nucleus. See, a lot of you guys, y'all are brand new, okay? And the verdict ain't out on y'all. See, y'all wasn't there, man, when things was going down. I'm talking about things was legitimately going down. And I'm talking about there was a divide. There was a big divide. And see, the nucleus, the LDBC nucleus, that's going to stay intact. A lot of you guys that's new are coming in and, you guys probably won't hang, man. Y'all won't hang. Because I don't understand. I don't think you guys understand what it really means. Because I think a lot of people feed into the narratives. You guys feed into the narratives that we're cold. Why? Because we want the best fight the best? Because we're a group of black guys that we stand strong? I mean, I don't understand. So, if we're a cult, then, I mean, what is everything else? Like, why is it that we're the only ones, most of these, we're going to hold everybody? I remember when everybody kept saying that the LDBC wouldn't call out PBC. Well, we calling them out now. I've even met Al Heyman in person, man. So, you would never think that the PBC would keep people from fighting each other. We called out Top Rank. We called out Matchroom. We called out Showtime. We called out DAZN. Everybody getting to work from the LDBC, everybody. It's funny how you guys want us to be fair across the board. You want us to do this and say that. Amazing, isn't it? Amazing. And we do just that, and we're a cult. The LDBC is here to stay, okay? All you Johnny-come-latelys, yeah, you guys are doing exactly what I thought you'd do. It's cool. It's cool. But it's no disrespect to anybody. Zero disrespect. Okay, it's none. But I think some of the criticism and some of the stuff that people are saying about the LDBC, I think it's unwarranted. I think it's completely unwarranted. And I think that people, they get in their feelings too much, man. They get way into their feelings, and it just comes to a point where you're like, okay, damn. So now I just know, man, I'm just not, dealing with anybody outside the LDBC anymore. I'm just not. I know that's a lie. There are people that I do deal with. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is. There are a few people, but they don't really care because they don't care to comment on anything boxing related. They don't care to comment on the state of boxing with the they never speak on the LDBC. They don't speak on those topics. So Okay, I'm all right with that. It is what it is. It is what it is. Until everybody acknowledges the point that in boxing there's a problem. And the problem is the best don't want to fight the best. That's the problem. And right now, we gave it to Thurman, we gave it to Spence, we gave it to Garcia. Well, now Spence and Crawford, they're not trying to acknowledge each other. Guys, that's a fact. They don't want each other. Don't come at me saying Bob Arum said this. I don't want to hear that crap. I don't want to hear it. These two dudes in the middle, Crawford and Spence, they don't want to fight the best. They don't want to fight each other. They don't want to do it right now. And our argument is these guys, they need to fight right now. They need to fight right now. That's just how it is. I'm done.